Book review, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card, published in 1985. Plot summary. A hostile alien force is moving toward Earth, and so Earth is starting to prepare. It's looking for the one commander who might be able to lead Earth's spaceships and protect them all and hopefully win the war against these aliens. For reasons, this commander has to be quite young, so the people in charge create a battle academy or some kind of training academy that is going to train kids to become soldiers and fight this war. We are following a guy called Ender, hence the title, who is one of these kids about to start battle school. However, the people in charge believe that he might be the one commander who might be able to save them all. And so because they don't have a lot of time left to get this kid ready, they are about to put him through hell. Fact: there is no way to give this plot summary of Ender's Game without making it sound really cliche and boring. You know, with an alien invading force and a battle school and a chosen one, it all sounds very tired and done before, which is very frustrating because Ender's Game is a fabulous book which is very far from being cliched. The last book I reviewed was Divergent, which shares some of these plot elements with, you know, a chosen one or some kind of special one that has to go through some kind of training. So it's interesting to look at the points that Ender's Game gets right when Divergent gets them completely wrong. For starters, we as readers are much more invested in Ender's journey. I mentioned aliens before, and the alien threat is certainly looming over the whole thing, but this is very much about Ender and Ender's mental well-being. The people in charge are going to keep pushing him to the edge and isolating from all the other kids, and Ender doesn't respond to this in a great, brave and heroic way and just keeps going. No, he's just a kid and it makes him want to give up. This is the central conflict. There's no feeling at any point that this is just some introduction to a larger plot that's going to happen somewhere in a future sequel. No, this is the central conflict. The central conflict is whether Ender is going to be able to make it through battle school without completely breaking down. Another point in which Ender's Game diverges from Divergent, you see what I did there? Is the characterisation of people. It took me fewer than 15 pages to become strongly attached to Ender, and the connections, the people he meets, are given proper personalities and character traits, so that the bonds that he makes with these people feel much more real. As this is quite a psychological book, it is crucial that the characters are nailed down and got right, and Ender's Game does this splendidly. Is it a perfect book? No, I can think of a couple of criticisms. For starters, the descriptions of the zero-gravity training battles are done in such excruciating detail that I found them rather enjoyable, but I could see it being a problem for some people, especially since you have to understand them if you want to get the full emotional impact of the plot. Also, the whole "our saviour has to be a child" thing it works in this book and it's necessary for the book to work, but that doesn't change the fact that it is a cliche, and they do give a reason for it, but I didn't find that reason very satisfying. And finally, the ending itself is sort of optimistic, which some people like, but I actually felt that they could very easily have changed the ending to make it a bit more of a downer ending, which I felt would have suited the rather darker tones of the book a bit better. That's just me. All this being said, Ender's Game still gets a strong recommendation from me, and from everyone else for that matter. Everyone agrees that this is a great book. If you've ever uttered the phrase, "I like science fiction," you must read this. If you're not really into science fiction, I doubt this is going to change your mind, but it's still a great book. That's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Did you like that intro as well? I thought that was very effective and to the point. Thank you for watching. This is The Missing End, turning off his camera.